I'm Allison Jandu, the founder of Potty Training Consultant and mom of two. I've been potty training professionally for over 7 years and helped over 12,000 families ditch diapers for good, saving over 10 million diapers worldwide. Now today we're tackling one of the biggest challenges parents face, and that's potty training while your child attends preschool or daycare. If you're stressed about how to coordinate potty training with your daycare, keep watching because I've got the scoop to make daycare potty training smooth and seamless. I'll even talk about what to do if your child's daycare requires pull-ups. And the best part is, once you follow this plan, it should happen fairly easily because there are no complicated systems required. Real quick, before we get started, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel so that we can get this reliable research-based info to all the parents out there who really need and deserve it. I really appreciate you being here. Okay, now let's dive in. Picture this. Your child is crushing it at home. Dry pants all day, telling you when they need to go. You're feeling like they're just a little potty training rock star. And then they go to school or daycare and boom, it's accident after accident. The teacher says they're not asking to go, they seem confused, and suddenly you're questioning everything. Does this sound familiar to you? Here's what's happening. Your child's little brain is dealing with a completely different environment. Different people, different bathroom, different schedule, different everything. It's like asking them to perform a skill they learned in one room while standing in a totally foreign place with strangers watching you. When you put yourself in their shoes, it's pretty easy to see why they're struggling. Let's be real about what your child faces at daycare. First, they might only feel comfortable going potty when they're with mom or dad, and then they head off to daycare and suddenly you're not there. They might feel shy asking another caregiver or their teacher, especially in front of a room full of other kids. The bathroom that they're using might be bigger, noisier, or overall just different from the one that they use at home. Plus, all that activity in the classroom and that stimulation is super distracting. They're so busy playing and learning that they might miss their body signals entirely. Now, I do want to clarify that in most cases, your child's school or daycare staff are more than willing to support your child through this important milestone, and they have a lot of processes in place to do so. Trust that they are experienced and well-equipped to get the job done for you. They might even pick up on things that can help you with your process that you're doing at home. Just remember that even through challenges, they are always on your side. Here's a little secret that kind of changes everything. You need to become best friends with your daycare teachers before you ditch the diapers. Now, if you've already started, that's okay too. You can still go back and ask these questions to gather this information if your child has been struggling to see where things are falling apart. But you're going to want to ask these things. Is potty training supported in my child's classroom? This is important to know because some age groups aren't ready for potty access yet. How does using the potty work here? Are there set times? Do kids need to be completely independent start to finish? Are adults allowed to help? What's the accident policy? Will they help with cleanup? Will they put your child back in pull-ups? Are you going to be called to go down to the school to change them? This intel determines your entire strategy for how you can adapt your potty training process at home too. In most cases, it's actually easier to adapt your potty training process for home to the way things are done at school or daycare instead of expecting daycare to shift their process to match yours. Remember, they've got multiple kids per adult to keep track of, so they might not easily be able to make unique accommodations for your child alone. Knowing the answers to these questions in advance can help you understand where and why your child might be struggling. Once you start potty training, establish yourself a little communication hub. Create a simple chart or a document that has things like your child's potty habits and preferences, their bathroom schedule, any accident language that you prefer, and comfort items or things that they need from home. And deliver this to your child's caregiver in advance so you can be sure that they're on board with all of it before your child heads back into their care. Having some sort of written reference guide also makes it much easier for your provider to stay consistent with your processes. If they have to think and act on the fly, that's where discrepancies can happen. And here's a little bonus tip. If your child is struggling or seems extra nervous about using the potty away from home, you can ask your teacher if you can pack a potty buddy, which would be like a small toy or doll from home, or a photograph of you that they can take to the bathroom with them for familiarity and for some comfort too. first day back at daycare after starting potty training and ditching the diapers is crucial. So at drop off, you're going to want to do a mini bathroom tour. Get excited, like, wow, this looks like a perfect sized toilet for you, or this foaming soap is so cool. If possible, have them practice sitting while you're there. Then, and this is key, have a three-way conversation with you, your child, and their teacher. Get down to their eye level and say, if you need to go potty today, just ask Mrs. Smith and she'll help you, right, Mrs. Smith? When the teacher confirms, your child is going to feel more safe and supported and be more open to asking if they need help during the day while you're not there. One of the most common questions I get is, what if your daycare requires pull-ups? Don't panic. While it does add a little layer of complication, it doesn't ruin everything necessarily. I have a couple tricks that you can try. First, inquire if your child is able to wear cloth training pants. These are like underwear, but they're a little thicker for a layer of absorbance. If that's a no-go, you can see about your child wearing underwear under their pull-up so that the accident is contained, but that they still feel the wetness. If that's also met with a hard no, you can try to switch brands of pull-ups to something that has a different look, style, or feel from what your child is used to. Take pull-ups out of your vocabulary altogether and then refer to this new style as their special school underwear, and keep your home routine with their regular underwear. The key is maintaining the mindset. Pull-ups are a backup protection, not permission to skip the potty. Let's break down why this approach works. First, it creates consistency. When everyone's on the same page, your child isn't getting mixed messages. Second, it builds confidence. Familiar language and routines make them feel more secure in their new environment. Number 3, it prevents regression. Instead of fighting the daycare system, you're working with it. And finally, it sets realistic expectations. You know what to expect, and so does your child. Remember, expect some accidents at first. This is totally normal during any transition. Most kids do need a few days to adjust, but with consistency, they generally bounce back really quickly. So now I want to hear from you. What's your biggest daycare potty training concern? Are you dealing with a pull-up requirement? Drop a comment below. I read every single one. And if you found this helpful, please click that like button, subscribe for more potty training strategies if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so that you never miss my latest tips. Are you still feeling overwhelmed? Our certified potty training experts are here to create a personalized daycare coordination plan just for your family. Check out the link in the description to book your consultation call. Remember, it takes a village to potty train, and daycare can be your strongest ally through this tough process. Happy potty training, and I will see you in the next video.